What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think stressful or difficult games to 100% in the Sonic series? Some might say Sonic Adventure 2 with the Chow Garden. Others might say Sonic Unleashed is the most tedious game with the Sun and Moon medals you have to collect. And some might claim Sonic and the Secret Rings with its RPG leveling system. These are all valid games, but I wanted to bring to everyone's attention a game in the series that isn't talked about as much in this discussion. This game being So what exactly warrants Sonic Heroes for being a difficult game to 100% if I'm comparing it with the likes of SA2 and Sonic Unleashed? Is it the game's mechanics or levels that are mechanically challenging? No, actually, quite the opposite. Sonic Heroes is not difficult mechanically speaking. Sections denoted with the appropriate typings are clearly labeled throughout the game. These are seen from Seaside Hill all the way till Final Fortress, and there's very rarely any deviation from the usual path since the game is almost linear and follows a linear base. What makes Sonic Heroes difficult 100% in my opinion is the fact that you have to beat the game 112 times. Each team plays through the same 14 stages, and in order to A-rank these, this would total 56 levels. You then need to A-rank each team's secondary missions, which is the same 56 levels with slight variations. This comes out to a total of 112 levels. After beating the game a total of 112 times with all A ranks, you are rewarded with Super Hard Mode, which is the same 14 levels you've been playing 8 times over. Okay, so we have established that the game is grindy. So what? A little grind ain't hurt nobody. What makes this even more nightmarish, however, is the fact that each level can range on average from 5 to 15 minutes. And sometimes even 20 minutes depending on what you're doing. For example, let's take a look at Team Dark's secondary missions in the later half of the game. In Team Dark's secondary missions, you need to defeat 100 bosses throughout the level. This needs to be done in a certain time frame as well as reaching the required points to A rank. The maps, which are already long, won't always have 100 enemies, but more like 50. So you'll need to run back the same level twice in one sitting to get the 100 boss, which means having to go to the goal ring and then goal ring having you come to the start of the map again. This needs to be done all the while maintaining a fast enough speed to get a high enough score to get an A rank. Let's say you go a bit slow, which nets you a score resulting in a B rank. Guess what? You now need to play the level all over again, which can take anywhere from 7 to 15 minutes. So in total, you would have wasted anywhere from 15 minutes to half an hour just on one level. And remember, we got 112 of these to get through, plus the 14 levels in Super Hard Mode. Playing through Sonic Heroes casually is fun, dare I say even enjoyable at times. The game has really vibrant stages with nice set pieces and a soundtrack to boot. Trying to A rank and 100% the game, however, becomes a nightmare. It's more of a test of patience rather than a test of skill. In my pursuit to 100% complete Sonic Heroes, which I've already done, some nights I would sit down for intervals of 1 hour at a time to knock down a few missions. I would be 7 to 8 minutes into a mission and then I would die and I would need to start all over again. I would literally turn off my PC and go to bed as I would not want to be subjected to that bullcrap anymore. An example is Team Chaotic's Mystic Mansion. Oh my god. You need to comb the entire level for these blue flames to put out. If you miss so much as one, you basically need to restart as the time you took would exceed the A rank requirements. The other main issue with why the game is so hard to A rank is dying and losing all your points due to glitches, bugs, and etc. I can't tell you how many times I was 10 minutes into a stage only to die because my speed character decided to fly off the rails and die. My homing attack doesn't register onto an enemy causing me to fall off a pit, or my power character freaking out and sliding all over the place and falling off the ledge. And it's not like you can pick yourself up right by the bootstraps mid-level as the boomers like to say. Dying even once midway makes it impossible to get an A rank as you missed out on too many points. The game demands perfection essentially if you want to get an A rank of these missions. This is soul crushing. The game isn't technically or mechanically hard, it's these bugs and slipperiness added with the long level times that make it stressful. On top of having these strict points requirements, which is fine, I enjoy a little bit of challenge, but added with all the other bullshit that we said, it makes it really cancerous. I kid you not, my controller was sweaty at times from me giving it the death grip when Sonic and Knuckles wanted to fly off a rail or slide off the ledge. These glitches and bugs create artificial difficulty. Also, don't get me started on Casino Park and Bingo Highway. I'm not usually the person to rage at games, more or less even single player games. The last time I can even think of a game that made me rage was Jak 3 and The Simpsons Hit and Run. But these two levels, Casino Park and Bingo Highway, single-handedly caused me to throw my controller across the room and almost break it. It's all RNG and luck based on these, not to mention for Team Sonic you have a 5-minute time limit to reach the goal ring. Now imagine these dogshit pinball tables eating 2 minutes into your time. This is what makes Heroes obnoxious to 100%. For most Sonic fans who don't care about completionist or who are casuals, play Sonic's story and maybe Team Darks and call it a day. You've basically experienced Sonic Heroes at its fullest. Team Rose is the game's baby mode, I wouldn't recommend it. And Team Chaotix are filler missions designed to psychologically break you down and torture you as you have to scan a level for 15 minutes for one singular blue flame. Mind numbing. But for my fellow Sonic fans who are completionists, a word of advice from me is patience. have patience, as it takes a special kind of person to spend 15 minutes of their time on one level and then die and have to do it all over again. Hey, but at least the soundtrack is a banger, so while you mentally break down, you can physically get down and boogie. That is all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree with the take I had on Sonic Heroes and its artificial difficulty and why it's difficult to 100%, or just let me know of any other Sonic games that you think are pretty hard. I know we mentioned Sonic Unleashed and Sonic with the Secret Rings as well as SA2, so just leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, and let me know if Sonic Heroes also made you want to Persona 3 yourself, if you catch my drift. I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, if my voice sounds weird, I'm sick, I got a cold, so yeah, and that explains that. Peace.